Okay. Why aren't you vegan yet?
Simply because I had a family member who was, and I want to strain on her body, not only on her own body.
I'm having a hard time hearing you. I'm really sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you. I just can't
Oh,
hear you really well.
you're good, you're good. I had a cousin who was vegan,
Perfect.
and growing up, I dived into her lifestyle here and there, but of course I couldn't separate myself from the meat. But I watched her body dwindle very quickly, and when she became pregnant, I watched her malnourish her own unborn child, which kind of, put me down a rabbit hole myself, and I started looking up at studies towards it, of course. And according to the UK, it's very wrong and ethnically wrong to pursue a vegan diet, especially for children, because their
Can you
bodies
give
are
me
not.
the proof for that?
Oh, I can. It's on Google. If you go to the UK and just type in the studies of veganism on children, it'll pull it all
Oh,
up
okay. No,
for
no, no,
you.
no, no. I need the title of the study. I don't want to go down a
Oh, okay,
rabbit hole.
yeah, yeah. I'll pull it up
Okay.
right here. I'll pull it up right here.
Okay. Cool.
And then another reason
Because
why. Oh, go
because
ahead.
the British Dietetic Association, I can't remember what they're actually called, but they say that a vegan diet is safe for all stages of life. Just like the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, they also say that a vegan diet is safe and healthy for all stages of life, including pregnancy, nursing, and even athletes. I have other references too.
Okay, you're good. Now, and another thing I want to talk about, when I would dive into the veganism here and
Oh,
there.
I'm sorry, Calypso, I can't hear you.
Oh, I know you're good.
Oh, if you leave the app, I can't hear you at all.
Oh, I didn't. My phone just locked itself. Here we go.
Gotcha.
Let me pull it up. So it is the BBC. It is the Vegan Diet Healthy for Children. It was published on 19th, I believe. It may be the wrong one, but I believe this is the one I read. Because it also, there's been studies based on the children's growth, of course. I don't know if this is the one that included the brain one. I'll have to search for it again. But the
Yeah,
study showed that
you can send it to me.
growth.
I was gonna say, if you find it later and you want me to see it, you can send it to me in a private message. I finally got my messages back, so.
I know, you're good. No, but when I was reading about it, and it was talking about the stunted growth and how it stunted not only their physical appearance, but it also stunted the brain as well in children, which left some children, with long-term mental disabilities. Simply
Well,
due to the lack of nutrients and the lack of protein that they were not receiving from their vegan diet.
okay, so this is one article. The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, which is the largest body of diet professionals and doctors, all agree that a vegan diet is safe and healthy for all stages of life, including pregnancy and nursing. So the lady, your friend, may have not been nourished. I don't know what her situation was. A lot of people don't know how to eat, even if they're eating animal products. So a lot of people are still nutrient deficient. If someone wanted to be healthy, I have these top two. If you don't like ChatGTP, because whatever, that's fine. But the nutritionfacts.org is really nice because they literally have videos that go through studies and break down. They show you the conclusions and all that, and you can actually see through the science what is healthy and what is not, and what does that mean? What is healthy, right? And then there's also Challenge 22, which if you want to talk to a real person, they have access to a free dietitian, and you can ask them questions, and they actually will even help you meal plan so that you, again, get all your needed nutrition. Some people, because they don't know what they need to eat, they'll just take animal products out of their diet and they'll not do research as to what to replace it with, like beans and other protein dense foods like tempeh, tofu, nuts, all these different things. So they might not be getting everything. So it's always good to check in, like, am I getting everything? There's also another resource, Chronometer. It's a free app that you just type in the foods that you're eating, and it tells you what nutrients you're getting, and it's pretty thorough. Like, you put an apple, and it'll break down all the minerals that you get from an apple, specific apples too. So I would just say that people that are not healthy on a vegan diet, it's most likely that they just don't know how to eat well, which is common, especially in America. And so if you want to know how to eat well, I have resources right there.
Now, do you know how many people are reported with an eating disorder connected to veganism?
So that's probably, so veganism isn't about not eating. Hold on. There are obese vegans. So again, that's nothing to do with veganism. Veganism is about not wanting to exploit animals. People who have a mental situation where they think that they need to eliminate food are going to probably be drawn to food eliminating diets. But that has nothing to do with veganism.
Okay, but neither did the person kicking the dog, because they weren't technically consuming the dog, they were kicking the dog, as in prior to the last few people you spoke to. I was just asking if you knew how many.
I don't know how that relates.
Well, it didn't relate, the dog kicking didn't relate morally to eating an animal.
Oh, I was relating, so if you think that kicking someone is bad, I would argue that removing their head is worse.
Well, I mean, an animal, not necessarily in my opinion, only because
why is it okay? Why is it okay?
Biblically speaking, they
okay, again, why is it okay? An animal feels pain. Pretty sure the Bible says you're not supposed to unalive animals when you don't need to.
Yeah, when you don't need
to be kind to them.
That's not what I'm doing.
We can thrive. I just gave you resources. The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, largest body of professionals on diet, agree that a vegan diet is safe and healthy, both when you're pregnant and when the baby is a newborn and nursing.
Oh, well, I've seen multiple.
Go look up the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, okay? Because they're not just a study. They were multiple meta-studies. All these hundreds of doctors and diet professionals came together on this. This is peer-reviewed. This isn't just this, like, random vegan person's opinion. But I do want you to go check that out, okay? If you don't think that you can survive on a vegan diet, you should definitely go check out the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics and also these resources that I have.
Okay. Well, can we answer how many people, again, would have an eating disorder that is linked to veganism?
Do you genuinely think that people with, we all have eating disorders, that vegans just have eating disorders, or that being vegan leads? Does veganism lead to having an eating disorder?
That's not what I said, not how I worded it.
Then why are you asking? What is the point of your question?
Just for educational purposes, I'm asking.
I don't know what you want me to say.
I mean, I just hear you typing. That's why I'm asking, because I figured you could do a quick.
Oh, that's not me. That's not me typing. My boyfriend is a programmer, and he's working.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my hands are right here. If I'm typing, you're going to see me down like this, because my keyboard's far away. Do you have any other questions?
Let's see. Why did you choose veganism other than, not hurting the animal?
That's it. I don't want to hurt animals. I saw what has to happen. You cannot get muscle fibers. You can't get milk. You can't get eggs. You can't get honey. You can't get leather. You can't get fur. You can't get those things without taking their life and exploiting them, including milk and eggs and honey. I know everyone likes to say no one dies in that, but they do. And if you don't know what they go through, I tell people to go watch Dominion, because you can see just the standard practice. It's not even the worst of the worst. It's just showing what all the countries do, Western, Third World, whatever, all the different practices that animals have to go through in order for you to eat them and use them. Is there anything else?
So, what's the difference between, well, no, actually, no, I know the difference. So, no, I don't have any other questions.
I mean, you sound like you had a question. I don't mind answering questions. I don't like to talk to people that are trying to argue with me. Like, I will reason with you. I'll talk with you, but I don't like I feel like you throwing out the people with the eating disorders is an attack on veganism when it has nothing to do with veganism.
Oh no, it wasn't an attack at all. It was just a genuine question, a genuine thought process that I had. How many people are?
But I'd already answered it in the beginning of our conversation, and you brought it up again.
Oh well, I didn't feel like it was answered, so that's why I really.
Yeah, but I asked you what kind of answer are you looking for?
I was.
I don't even know what was the question again?
There's no.
Do you
question.
remember?
No, not at all.
Okay. Well, I mean, so for me, the reason why I have empathy for animals is because I've had companion animals, and I've had to put them down, and it was the worst day of my life. And I know they didn't want to go. And then I look at the other animals that we use, and I know they're not any different. They have their own wants, their own preferences. They have things that give them joy, even if they're not things I understand, right? And it's not right for me to take that away from them just because I want taste pleasure. Because I can thrive on eating something else. I don't need to eat someone. I don't need an animal to go through the scariest thing ever and have their head removed just so I have taste pleasure. That was it. That's why I went vegan.
That's a fair point. I mean, it's very fair. I grew up on a farm. We slaughtered cows, so it never personally bothered me.
But see, the thing is, did you go into the slaughterhouse? Did you literally watch them remove the head of the cow?
I would participate. It was a job of mine when I was a child. It's just the way of life. And back when I was younger, of course, that is how we gained our profit, by our homegrown cows. And at the end of the day, we took care of them. I loved them all, and I still love all my cows. It's just I was raised to believe, Did
you have companion animals?
I do have companion animals, yeah.
Would you send them to the slaughterhouse?
If they were ill or old, no.
Why not?
Because if they're ill, I wouldn't allow myself ethnically to give an ill animal off to be slaughtered and consumed by others, because then those others would be infected with the illness. So therefore, I would not.
Okay. So let's say that they're just not. Your companion doesn't want to be around you anymore. They're really tired. Maybe they're old.
Well, they got free will. They have free will if they don't want to be around me.
So why not send them to the slaughterhouse?
But again, if they don't want to be around me and they have free will, they can run off themselves.
So I'm just saying, why don't you have the same perspective of the animals you use?
Again, but like
companion.
But as
you don't give them free will, you force them into the slaughterhouse.
Well, no, because you just said if that companion decided on its own, therefore it would have free will, that it didn't want to be around me anymore, that it could use all four of its free-willed legs to walk away. Would it not?
No,
but if it could.
So are you saying that cows can just walk away?
Yeah, they can. They can just walk away.
You think cows can just walk away? So how come when animals do escape the slaughterhouse, they get sent right back into the slaughterhouse?
Because that's what they're there for.
I don't think you're being genuine right now. I don't think you're truly considering.
I am.
Calypso, you're being silly. You think that cows can escape their doom, and that's just silly.
I've had cows escape their doom before, and we went on.
But you send them to the slaughterhouse. Again, you still would send them to. You're not going to just let them live in the forest. That would be irresponsible. That would be irresponsible. Okay. Well, you have a good day, Calypso. You have a great day. I'm not going to talk to disingenuous people. You're telling me the dog doesn't want to be around you, so you're going to just let the dog go off into the woods. Okay, first of all, you are not a good pet owner or a companion owner. You're going to let just domesticated animals go into the forest. We have bred them to be domesticated on or dependent on us. We've bred out their natural abilities. Some of them might be able to survive out there, but that is really irresponsible of you to let them out into the forest. Second, cows cannot escape what's going to happen to them. And if you truly think that, you're silly. You're silly. That's just silly. And you tell anybody that you think that cows should just escape, like, I think everyone would just laugh at you. That's just ridiculous. They try to escape. Ah.